Welcome to National Divorce Talk Raw. We're doing a review of tweets for national divorce and commentary about national divorce over the last couple of weeks. We want to keep you updated on the continuing conversation around national divorce, hence the name of the show. We're going to be reviewing some tweets to give you a test of the temperature around the discussion of national divorce that's happened in the last couple of weeks, just to keep you updated. And we will be showing you that in just a few seconds. Okay, tweets for national divorce. Let's start showing you some of them. This is going to be kind of a straightforward show. These are tweets about national divorce and what people are talking about recently. I like this one. Well, maybe not the name. We don't need a national divorce. We need to disown the unruly drug addict, many times rehab, but never successful states, California, Oregon, Washington. Remove them from the union and our problems solved. So here's somebody saying, get rid of California and America would work out. And that was a tweet that they made recently. Civil war, no thanks. National divorce, yes. This is by Clint, but let me show you this.
If the election deniers on the right win in 2022 in November next month, to me, democracy looks like it's over in America. Fascism is here to stay. And if they lose, we get maybe another insurrection, domestic terrorism, a civil war, God forbid. I mean, is there any scope for optimism here?
So that's MSNBC. I believe his name is Mahdi Hassan. And he's talking about how they believe that civil war may be happening. That newscast came out recently. And in response to that, here's somebody saying, civil war, no, let's just split up from each other. I didn't used to want the left to achieve the future they are trying to create, but you've changed my mind. I want you to live in your blue utopia now. First, let's national divorce, and then you will be without evil red staters to obstruct you. So here's somebody saying, hey, I wasn't for national divorce. I thought we could be together, but liberals are just too damn crazy, and you hate us red state people. So maybe you should just go and do your own thing. So here's somebody saying, maybe I'm a conservative. Maybe you liberals should just go and do your own thing. Kind of the same thing this person said. This was a website that just recently started. I found it interesting. They've got about 1,000 followers, and it's called the Republic of American States. It's independent nation born from the struggle of freedom from the old USA. So they're kind of proposing a new alignment of American states. I hadn't seen this site before. It's relatively recently, but that says something about the conversation in national divorce, that now there's a new organization, the Republic of American States, that's trying to visualize what a national divorce could look like. And that's kind of a sign of the times. That they only have 1,000 following. That's pretty good. But they also got started recently. So the only way the American spirit survives is through national divorce. There are parts of this nation that are too diseased to be saved, and if not separated, will infect the remaining healthy body. So that's people saying, I don't want to be associated with those other Americans. They're disgusting and they're diseased, and they're going to bring bad ideas to my area. Better to just cut the cancer. It's demoralizing sharing a country with people who think Donald Trump is someone worth respecting, supporting, or emulating. 7,000 likes. 7,000 likes. Here's this liberal saying, it's demoralizing being in America with 78 million Americans who voted for Trump. It's demoralizing to be in a nation with 78 million Americans who I don't share their opinion. That's bad. And he got 7,000 likes. That is a bad sign for people coming to the resigned conclusion that national divorce is the only option. Progressive State Project. This is also new. Thing I hadn't seen before. It's saying, maybe these progressive states can form coalitions. I'm not necessarily endorsing this. 708 followers, just similar to the other site that had about 1,000. But it is interesting that when we're talking about these national divorce issues, there's now new organizations that are popping up all the time, seemingly, to get in on that conversation. National divorce on the grounds of irreconcilable differences. That was the phrase that we started here at Yes California. I just want to point that out. So this guy is using our exact phrase, national divorce on the grounds of irreconcilable differences. That's what we started here at Yes California. Now, Jedediah Bila was the conservative voice on The View, a mainstream talk show. And now she is coming out for divorce. Generally starting to embrace the idea of national divorce. She's starting. Jedediah Bila. So she is a famous person. And she was on mainstream TV, and now she's coming out in support of national divorce. And finally, here's this map, and this is the cover for the video. This is a misleading map for an immoral thought. Here's a better illustration of reality and why we can't just abandon people. But I wanted you to see on the cover here that actually that doesn't apply to California. So we could afford to lose the top north and the mountains, the Sierra Nevada mountains, and still keep most of our population intact. So if you look at the cover for this video, it's going to show an outline of the more blue than red regions of California, and how even if we lost some areas, we'd still be largely intact with most of our economy and most of our resources all intact. So the point was to say, maybe you can't split America up in national divorce. I'm not really motivated by that. My motivation is just CalExit. I find the topic interesting, and I like to cover it so that we can see how close we are getting to CalExit. But I wanted to point out that this thing, oh, you can't be blue and red, you can't separate it, not when it comes to California. So you can look at the map on the cover here, and it'll show you not necessarily true when it comes to this part of town. Let me do that again. So as you can see, if I move this away, the areas not in the thick black line, but in California are more red than blue. And that's why I put this phrase here. This area here is all red. This is a blue area here. This is a blue area here, blue area here, but this is all red. It's all red. And see how it's more the color of this part of California that's cut out, which means that we could cut out the hardcore majority Trump areas, and we could keep areas that are more blue than red. Yes, they're purple and they're shades of purple, and no, Fresno is not as liberal as the Bay Area or Los Angeles, but it's more blue than it is Utah or Nebraska or Nevada. And that's the point of that map. So this was a quick update just to give you a temperature test of where the discussion around national divorce is, and that we are continuing to see more famous people jump in and start discussing this. And we're starting to see more and more people who say, you know, I thought this was a silly idea, but I'm becoming resigned to it because I just see the other side as not wanting to have anything to do with my side. And the fact that the other side doesn't want to have anything to do with my side makes me come to embrace the idea of national divorce. There you go. See you soon.